Okay, this is Gutren getting ready to continue Act 5 of Diablo 3 with my Crusader. I still have to get rid of some stuff in my backpack, so I'm going to take care of that first, and I have a few people to talk to as well. So I'm going to just get this stuff out of the way.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Despite his superstitious views, Rakis ruled as a just and fair king, who was much loved by his people. He was succeeded by his son Corsic, who attempted to eradicate the barbarian tribes of the north. The line of Rakis was broken when Corsic's son Corellan died with no heirs.
Well, seems like I've heard most of these things already.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakis was a clever man, after all.
So basically I'm hearing the same things from these people. But I want to make sure I don't miss
I
anything.
know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Of course they have. Oh, you have something else to say?
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Yeah.
Everything you require, right here.
Let's get rid of what I don't need here. Nah, I'd rather have the extra experience. It's all coal-based. It is. So, for now. That takes care of everything there. Quickly repair. And head back to the stash. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Right, back to it then.
I see you have much guilt
What do you
over
know
the
about Leah?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you. So dour. You have much to be joyful about.
This is not a moment to make light.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
isn't the place I want to go. It is the place I want to go. So basically I want to clear this area to make sure that I can say I did, and then I'll be heading that way.
A chance for glory.
My grandfather was buried here. I pray he isn't one of these risen dead. I'd hate to have to put him down.
A wandering hero! Just in time to protect me as I grab these last trinkets. We'll split it, eh? This looks promising. Keep watch. If I get eaten, I blame you. Ah, nothing.
It shouldn't be my fault that he gets eaten. He's the one digging him up. And finding nothing, might I add.
Oh no, I'm dead.
I can feel it.
Thanks for keeping me alive. Here's your share. I'm off to find the nearest abandoned tavern.
I'm not only dealing with this, I'm dealing with an obnoxious cat. I just decided that leaving me alone is not in the cards.
Require more wrath.
here's my question. If they're burying everybody in those sewers, like they said they were when I was in those tunnels, then how is it their cemetery so damn big?
Tell me, do your visions show you an end to this slaughter?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are so jealous that will never believe you can be happy and content.
A glorious challenge awaits over there!
Well, I didn't seem to appreciate that very much. Good.
I
That's a
must
pretty big
say,
cemetery.
it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
And that is just as it should be, madam.
Oh, wait a second. That's where I actually came from, right? Yes, I have to go the other way. I forgot I completed the first part of that yesterday. So technically, this way is where I'm supposed to go to find the second graveyard. Second graveyard. Again, I ask how the heck they're burying so many people. I think this town had a problem long before this stuff started happening.
Your doubts about your order haven't dulled your appetite for battle.
I was a soldier in Westmarch before the order. Fighting is in my blood.
Oops. We're also being very sloppy with the
Sadness? Ah, well, nothing bad could happen here.
These are good events.
Meet your destiny! Light be down. The crusade marches on. What about you? What brought you to take on the responsibilities of the world?
Need you ask? I swore my life to the Crusade. And found a purpose deeper than words can express.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
A wise decision. We won't allow any harm to come from you.
What made that sound?
That would be Urzael.
Who is Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let's get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress. I need to go back.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Yes, some of the angels have gone mad, but I will put them down.
Good.
It's nice and all. I think I know who I'm going to give it to.
Ah, good.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that.
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice. But no one could tell a story like Deckard. I miss him. But good men and women die fighting for their cause every day. All we can do is carry on.
And you just forget about them?
Oh, I never forget. But standing around talking about them doesn't honor their memory, does it?
Death comes to all.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
I don't feel like talking right now.
Those who perish without embracing Malthael are eternally damned. But
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Visceri's magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead. No one alive today would be seeking you or your sisters.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Oh, he needs a kick in the groin, doesn't he? Okay, let's start with this.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend?
Oh, if I must.
Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something's not right.
That is no guard. Damn it all. The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend.
You guys have any hope against me? Get real. I probably went the right way. Never a good thing. Considering the fact that's all shiny and stuff. So as much as I'm sure this is going to irritate people watching this, I am going back to take the other half of the map.
Malthael will die, just as Diablo did. We fight for all that is good. We cannot lose.
The righteous die just as easily as the evil, Cormac. Fight every battle as if it will be your end.
Yeah. Didn't think I'd look him over. Hold up. That barrel. Oh, maybe not. That's better. I'll break that barrel. Thank you. Now I'll go in.
Don't know what you did to Lord.
Edlund! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
This is not your fault. Your brother was dead before we even came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
I am so sorry, Lyndon, but we must go. Take the dagger with you. I'm returning to town.
Hey.
Lyndon, don't blame yourself.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are letting your grief consume you.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. No, this is something you can't understand.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. My goodness. Doesn't take much to pile on the crap in their backpack, does it? I don't think there's anything to reveal.
All right.
Okay. Actually, what's my follower using? 425 versus 550.
I can't.
Oh. Is that a Crusader shield? It is. That one's not, and it's 505. Let's try 505.
A fine choice.
There, that's better than we had. Good.
Browsing's free. For now.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Soul Stone in some way.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
To stop him, we must know what he'll do next. And that requires understanding his plan.
Burning the city down to plan.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Why take the Black Soul Stone from heaven? Why not simply destroy it?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, what then?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
Tell me about Urzael.
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why did Malthael spare you in the tomb of Rakis?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are? Mankind has no quarrel with angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Still hurts, eh?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
You get used to it or you die. Either way, it's not a problem. Why does Malthael want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter. But every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must believe he can do something with it. What can you tell me about Urzael?
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I noticed. What else?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become. Sheldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future is known. Travel the world, redeem the Zakarum faith, live as a Crusader, and die as one.
That's not a future. It's a punishment. You should stop to enjoy the wine. Find a good woman, perhaps. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
I left home and family for a great cause as well. I understand your sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchin often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
That looks a lot better. Okay, now what can she do for me? Interesting. Looks like that's it for now. Oh, I want to check one thing in my stash. I don't have any of this death's breath, do I? No, I don't.
Nothing we have seen in all our travels, no matter how grotesque, prepared me for this.
Many of the oldest noble houses in Westmarch kept massive hunting dogs on their ground. Though docile enough for life, they have become terrors in the hands of the Reapers. Now these beasts lead the packs of smaller dogs as they chase down the citizens of Westmarch. People want to record what they do to the corpses.
Okay, apparently you can bite a scream at me. Back into those areas quickly now, and then we'll proceed forward.
favors me.
If I remember correctly, I also had a previous level up that I didn't check into. Guess I should do that.
We must stop them before they do this to the entire world. We will, Cormac. Crappy armor. Crappy armor and weapons just laying about. That's why it's laying about. It's all crap. Uh-oh. They don't seem like they're gonna let me out of here now. I wonder if this is a trap. Uh-oh. It's very trap-esque.
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
Uh-oh.
And that would be you.
My grandmother was the daughter of Coralon, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must make a few examples, consolidate our power. A small price to pay.
You betray your king, while the people of Westmarch are massacred in the streets. You are not worthy of the throne.
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day.
Let us have a
To realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
It's a level 1. That's a level 1 that bothers me. This could be another large ass dungeon.
Power before Takarum. light be done.
Not enough land.
Like chaff before the wind.
Oh, I should have got some extra experience points out of that.
That was invigorating. Bad luck for you, friend. We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
Good that we know where it is. Now have a long walk ahead of us to go to the other dead ends and get rid of anything else.
Right, light be damned. I enjoyed that.
chaff before the wind.
Another extensive dungeon though. Take a look at the map. That's pretty extensive. They like hitting me with those, don't they? Okay, I didn't quite check this corner. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything on this side. Get over there. Okay, nope. Back to the furnace. Ha ha ha. That's when you thought you were going to fry me alive. It's a no-fry zone.
Make your fix quickly.
interesting battle level 2. Look at that, eh? I'm guessing they don't like visitors so much. Nothing else in here. I think I'll take the ruby though. There we go.
Had enough.
Good. I still call them bosses.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
If you're gonna be telling stories about that, then you're gonna have to get some better stories. That was okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Cursed Chastinant. Oh, isn't that spiffy? Nice. Well, let's get this underway, though. Be cursed that. Golly, I would have guessed. That wasn't too bad. Get that shield. There you go.
Carry so much on the Crusader.
Okay, we got any garbage? Huh. Nope. No garbage. Okay then. Let's head back real quick like them.
I'm returning to town.
To announce it. I guess we're that freed up some space right there. Okay.
Spend wisely.
That's getting close to being very close to being good, but not quite. Repair. Just quickly check the other 2 dead ends. Okay. Nothing there. And on we go.
If I remained in that inferno any longer, I surely would have died.
All is nice. A little bit of holy light for you there, buddy. We're all linking up, that's good. This is the furthest from where I'm supposed to go. I'll go down here first. Oh, maybe like any champions tonight. It's all on that path. And that's all on that path. And we're back on the correct path again. Let's go that path. Okay.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
Time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
talk to me? Alright, fine.
Nephilim, I will bring an end to conflict. In death there is peace.
We will speak again, Malfeo.
That worked. Okay. Can I do my skill up on here?
I need to go back.
It's true.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will ensure this never happens again.
I believe you.
You've had an interesting life, I'd say.
Oh, I could tell you stories. I actually knew Hadrig when he and his soon-to-be wife traveled with a Vetchin. She was beautiful. She had mystical powers of her own. I taught her a thing or two. Eventually, they were married. It was then that I had a horrific vision of what would befall them. We were friends, but there was nothing I could do. So, I shared my wine. We laughed. We danced. I wanted them to be happy for as long as possible before. She never spoke to me about it, but I think she knew.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
I think she should do more than that, but the crows are a good start.
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm 7th, no, 6th in line for the throne. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
Yeah. You're a freak.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Keep thinking positive.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rakis conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Anything else? You done? You're done. Okay, good.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
I have bad news, General. The king is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
You saw her body. She is gone.
I do not understand it, but I know she is out there, and she needs me.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria.
Can we kill her? Can we step on her face?
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
Explain.
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
I'm going to walk away now.
You have no sense of adventure.
Making a sale?
Yeah, that's garbage. It's getting close, but still need more than that. Alright, let's repair. Sash that. I guess it's time to... Oh, no. Looks like something else has a talking up here.
Where are the angels? Why do they not stop Malthael?
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
You're on the Angiris Council. Get the angelic host down here.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiris Council.
Imperius. I'll have words with him when this is over.
You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
No.
Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah.
Yeah.
Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood Marsh to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
I know what Adria did to Leah. I wanted to pay just as much as you, but we have to get the information first. We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near. We thought it would be safe, but now we have found it more than safe.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
The tough Boggan is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper. Aided by packs of boggits, it will fight anything that crosses its path. Invariably, some of the boggits will die, but the survivors are rewarded with scraps left over from the Boggan's prey. If only my assistance would work for so little.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that? Just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
I think that is going to be it for this part of the walkthrough of Act 5. Hope you enjoyed watching. The next part will come either later today, more likely tomorrow. Take care.